Okay, so this is the gauge of our water pump system. We were currently hit by Hurricane Laura and all of our stuff fell sideways. So my parents asked if our gauge was right or not whenever we hooked it back up, if we needed to replace it. So, being in fluid mechanics, I know how to do that. This is our reservoir. The water inside here is connected to atmospheric pressure, but the water only goes up to about this line. From this line to here will be our L1. And then there is no change in pressure across any horizontal distance. This vertical distance will be L3, and this vertical distance will be L4. This is a pump that adds 30 psi into our system. So now we're going to go and check out the math. I am outside the water well. This is the same blue tarp you saw on the other side, and here we will be checking the math of our gauge system. We have, this is the reservoir. We have the pump and then the pipes that connect it all with the gauge right here. This is the z-axis that we'll be looking at. So in order to check the pressure from all these points, we have to use piezometric pressure, which says that the pressure inside a system that is stationary is the same. So we have pressure at point 1 plus the height is equal to pressure at point 2 plus the height times gamma of water. Now the pressure at point 1 is atmospheric pressure, so that equals 0. The gamma of water times the height at Z2 is at the z-axis. And since it's on the z-axis, that is also 0. So then the pressure at point 2 is gamma water Z1, which is our L1, this height. So we do the same thing from points 2 to 3. So from point 2 to point 3, we have pressure at point 2 plus gamma of water Z2 is equal to the pressure at point 3 times gamma water Z3. Well, we already discovered that this is 0. So we have pressure at point 3 is equal to pressure at 2 minus gamma water L3. We had to substitute our pressure at point 2, which is this equation right here. So now we go on to point 3 and point 4. So we have pressure at point 3 plus gamma water Z3 is equal to pressure at point 4 plus gamma water Z4, which is pressure at 4 is equal to pressure at 3 plus gamma water L2. Well, pressure at 3 is this formula. So then we add that over, and you end up with this. So then we know that gamma of water is 9,800 Newton meters squared. This dot is an accident. My Sharpie fell on my tarp. It is not supposed to be there. It's 9,800 Newton meters cubed. P4 is equal to this formula right here. Whenever you add it all up, it's 1,176 Newton meters squared plus 30 psi. So to get Newton meters squared into psi, you do one of these conversions. You have 1 Newton meter is 1 PA, 1,000 PAs is 1 kilopascal, and then 6.8947 kPAs is 1 psi. So whenever you convert, you have 1.6066 psi plus 30 psi, which is 31.6066 psi, which is about what our gauge pressure showed inside there. So our gauge pressure is accurate.